Meditation, intimate experiences with the divine through contemplative practices. A common sentient series by Sacred Stories Publishing. The quieter you become, the more you're able to hear. Rumi. A time to choose. We find ourselves right now in the age of great transformation, one of the most consequential moments in human history. These are indeed the times that the great prophets and seers throughout the millennia have spoken about. Mankind has experienced and survived many eras of tremendous change, of course, yet with each turn of the spiral, the permutations become more amplified, as if there will be one final revolution of the cycle that turns it all around, so we can start anew once more. Welcome everyone to The Next Normal. I'm your host, Sister Jenna, and it has been a whirlwind of a few days, I must tell you. But first and foremost, thank you. I'm just living in awe right now. And it's been so much of beautiful things, but I'm just living in awe, in gratitude, in reflection, in being present. And yet it's been very interesting. In one sense, there's a presence of everything you're going through, but there's a history that's also coming in to give definition to the present moment. And then there's an inevitable future that is predetermined, but not to the conscious ego or attachment, where it's able to identify clearly really what's going to happen. But there's something that I've come to understand in the teachings of Raj Yoga meditation, that if you quiet your mind deep enough, you innately and intuitively can predict certain things or can sense certain things that the ego mind, or what we call in Raj Yoga, body consciousness, won't be able to pick up. So we finally got, well, today, for those who might be just coming on for the first time, for the last few days, I've been taking you on a journey with the transitioning of my mother, who we call Sister Gita. And we finally brought her home on Saturday. And she flew. The soul slipped out of that body thanks to one of our sisters, Sister Nancy, who got magical hands, by the way. And she just flew away at about 10:30 something. And I don't know what it is about when a soul leaves the body, the kind of calm that comes over a space, and what you could feel in the room with a tremendous amount of love. For those few moments where, it's very interesting. I'm going to do a session on, what they call in the West the other side. The other side, the other realm, that realm up here that you don't see with your two eyes, but your third eye travels in this vast universe of consciousness. But the journey of the soul, nobody really knows its next destination. But I keep whispering in Sister Gita's ear, just remember my address, just remember the address, and make sure you find the address. And so that's my thought, when she gets, we believe in reincarnation or rebirth, and that the soul does come back and continues to play its part, and then eventually it takes a break and it stays seated in God's womb for some time. But today, my news is that she did transition on Saturday. And we were all at home. We were in the courtyard. The lights were low. They were on the meditative color of red. And as she prepared to depart, I would just look into her eyes and, she's somewhere else up there. It didn't matter whatever I was calling or saying, and it was such a stronger pull than even just being present here. So after she left, we sat in meditation until about 3:30, and then we went to bed. And there was another session going on the next day on Saturday. We had our regular morning class called the Murli, and so the family came out because we decided to keep the chariot, the body, in the courtyard, so the family and everybody could come and see. There's just so much love in the air that just represented who Sister Gita is and was in that role. So after that, on the Sunday, they came in, they picked up the body, and the morticians took her away. And there were like 100,000 angels just traveling with her. Remember in the bus or that vehicle they had her in, and we just walked behind it. And none of that was planned, by the way. None of that was planned to do the way that it unfolded on that day, yesterday. And then we went and we grabbed something to eat, and you came back, and calls and text messages and the reflection. You're in awe, in awe. It's like, I'm in awe. What is all of this? It's in awe. I'm saying goodbye to a soul that I've spent 60 years with. It's this like in awe. And I'm saying goodbye to the soul as if she's just going to take a flight. She's going on a trip, and then I'll see you. Okay, what's your date you're returning? And it creates a different dimension of death or transitioning of a soul or moving on, as they say, time and time again. Saying goodbye is a means of making amends, letting things be told that you didn't get a chance to say, creating your story now, which is a void of that person. And somebody asked me yesterday, what are you going to do without Sister Gita? And it was just such an interesting question that he asked. And I just said, I don't know, let's see. I have no idea. Let's just see. She's been such a matriarch for the family and such a pillar for the family. But I just want to thank everyone out there who's been with us on this journey and who has really extended their wholeheartedness to us. We're deeply grateful. We're looking forward to the next chapter for our meditation museums, the America Meditating Radio, the Om Shanti Village, the projects and the programs where Sister Gita played such a key role in everything that we've done. And last night when I sat with the family and I said, now everybody really has to raise up. And we're going to really have to put a lot in, because what she offered a space was coming from the depths of her, what we call sanskars, so depths of her personality or depths of her subconscious. And that's actually what permeates a space or an environment. And I'm not sure how many of you know this, but it's the quiet thoughts, the thoughts that you entertain quietly, internally, that creates atmosphere. Because those quiet thoughts that you don't really talk about, express, or tell others, those are the ones where deep feelings are experienced. And so those quiet thoughts, what were her quiet thoughts? Lovingness, kindness, God's love, Baba, time to go home, removing the suffering, And I feel like all of those thoughts are just in the walls here. You know, love for one, when she would see you, you're so pretty, huh? You know, she'd be like, when you would bump into Sister Gita, she would grab, you pretty, eh? Or she'll just do something, or she would look at you and say, oh, you're looking so good. Botox? You know? And those things are kind of like insulting. Somebody's like, no, I've not had Botox. And if you've had Botox, it could be quite interesting. But what a character, what a character. And so if you don't mind, I'd like to show you what we experienced as a family yesterday. And what was interesting is taking care of the final saying goodbye and preparing Sister Gita for her next journey, and sharing it with friends and family, that it was doing so much service for others. I didn't even know that was happening. So I don't know what this one is up to, but I do know that we just have to treat the people well that you're living with. Treat them right. It's essential. So just enjoy what we went through yesterday, and hopefully you'll be able to honor the loved ones in your life as well. Om Shanti. Today we sent over Sister Gita, and what a beautiful atmosphere.
become the light you are. You are. You are. Become the light you are. You
So that was our day yesterday. Beautiful. Please put it in the comment what you felt or any questions that you might have. But, I have to tell you, deep in my heart, I feel like I've done right by this soul in this birth. And my intellect, my conscience is free. And I really wish to encourage that with all of you out there too. Sometimes it is challenging. Sometimes you do have to go through a lot of inconvenient realities to deal with relationships and situations. It's a part of the journey. Eventually the universe comes to your support. So every night at 7 p.m. to 7:30 for the next, I think now it'll be 12 days, we will have a vigil and a meditation for the soul on good wishes and pure feelings. And I'd love for you to join us. Maybe we can put the Zoom link into the chat and you'd be able to come on board and be with me and the family and friends intimately or whatever, in just closeness and love. And I think I'd like to just do a meditation with you. But before I do that, I'd be just curious to look at what chat would say when we're saying goodbye to a soul and what that actually means, when it picks up all the algorithms of what people have been saying. Saying goodbye to a soul often carries a deep spiritual significance. It can be seen as a farewell not just to a physical presence, but to the essence of a person, the spirit or soul, which may believe continues beyond the confines of earthly life. This farewell is often viewed as temporary in many spiritual or religious traditions which hold the belief in an afterlife or reincarnation. So saying goodbye to a soul might be imbued with hope and faith in a reunion or continuation in another form or existence. I love it. I think that was beautiful, so I touched on it. And again, it's not just saying goodbye. It is more like, just tell me when your return flight is coming back and I'll pick you up. All right, let's have a little meditation now. And I'd like to invite you to go behind your eyes, inside of yourself, where the soul sits. And take a deep breath in. And breathe out. Allow the silence to awaken inside of you. And there comes a moment where the love emerges, because it's already recorded in you. In the silence, there is love, and where there's love, there is power. With this experience of love, There's a power that's flowing to the soul of Sister Gita. Guiding and protecting her on her next journey. This thing called life, you sometimes feel that you don't use it enough, but for Sister Gita, she used it fully. Sometimes using your life fully is not about speaking to 1 million people or cutting a multi-million-dollar contract. That is a part of it. But living life fully is as simple as when you walk, you grace the earth with peace. And Sister Gita does that. When you speak with significance and with love. That's living a life fully. If you cook or clean and you do it lovingly, you're living fully. So in this moment of loving peace and grace, we surround Sister Gita with God's light. Om Shanti. All right, so we usually do our Avyak signals, and let me see if I can find it. I'm having one of those mornings. So the Avyak signals we read after our advanced classes here of the Murli. And today's message is: perform every action while considering yourself to be combined with you, the soul, and God. And you will always remain powerful and also experience yourself to be entertaining. That's why I think Sister Gita was like that. You will not experience any type of loneliness, because those who remain combined in difficult relationships always experience this to be entertaining, and they remain happy. Oh, I'm sorry. One more time. You will not experience any type of loneliness, because those who remain combined in different relationships experience this to be entertaining, and they remain very happy. Right? Right, everyone? I have to give a big hand of applause to the incredible effort and work the whole family came together with, and it was just magical. So good morning, Beth, Lilawati, it's good to see you. And Sister Madhavi, thank you for your blessings. Nancy, you made it happen for Sister Gita. Wendy Cummins, how nice to see you. It's been such a long time. Heidi, oh, hey Heidi. Heidi's my good buddy in Mount Abu, India. And Rosa in Costa Rica and also Miami, Florida. Rosa, your friend, flew away so gracefully as she lived. And I'm sure you would expect that. Tamil, good morning. Dinesh, good morning. Rashmi, the angel that has been a pillar for Sister Gita. Thank you so much for all of your care and love. It's been quite, I'm sure she's taking that with her. Yukti, Gita, Divya Baba, Grace in Colombia, good morning. Roshi, glad that you're enjoying the next normal, and Anita and Deepak. Again, each time you share and offer your stories. It makes our time in the morning very real, and we're able to feel that this connection between each other is actually sustaining us. And so as we say goodbye to another chapter in our life of an extremely unique soul, one of a kind, there's just no two of her. There is just no two, Sister Gita, right? And as I look at even some of the faces of the family here, I can see so much of her also in each of you. The love and the power and the joy that she has put in each of you, we carry that. And I'm so happy that we were able to take her to India, where she's been 52 times, and she lets you know. And I just wish the soul well, and just to keep encouraging the family to keep raising their vibrations so that we can continue the work of love, peace, and wisdom. Thank you so much for joining us today. Have an incredibly beautiful day. And remember, in order to break your attachments or to reduce it, you must practice loving everybody the same. It would be miraculous. Take care of yourself.
Have you been feeling overwhelmed, stressed, out of balance lately? Do you crave for a pocket of peace and tranquility in your busy life, but you struggle to find the time or space? Then we have the perfect solution for you. Meditation on Wheels. It's an RV sanctuary traveling in the metropolitan Washington D.C. area, offering transformative meditation experiences. It's a movable oasis of calm at your doorstep. Book us today to come to your business, school, government space, or event. Why? We bring the calm to you. meditationonwheels.com